YUE Ma, and I am responsible for the first two parts. My partner will finish the rest. Now I'm going to my presentation. The problem we found was Udon was at serious risk of running out of water due to the drought. Due to the long-term use of groundwater, the material quality deteriorates. It's hard to find enough new water. The main communities built in place with warehouses and missionaries. It's hard to find water. In this report, by studying the history, geography, and culture of the region, as well as the solution and case that currently exist, the causes and effects of freshwater shortage are analyzed. First is history region. During the European colonial period, water resources caused a large amount of water pollution, and 1/3 of the wasteland were destroyed. YUE Ma is located in Australia North Territory, 293 kilometers from Alice Springs, and is home to one of the largest Aboriginal communities in the central region. The overall appearance of the local area is relatively primitive and mainly white, and the ground soil is relatively hard due to the lack of water. The region is semi-arid climate, so the year around high temperature, little rain, very dry. Because global warming exacerbates the climate problem, high temperature will speed up the evaporation of water. Low rainfall can reduce river flows and lower water levels in lake. In addition, Australia rainfall is unevenly distributed east of Great Devlin Range, where cold area is blocked, future reducing precipitation. Recent salinity due to evaporation and reduced surface water supplies. However, due to insufficient precipitation, recharge, and recovery of many aquifers are limited. In recent years, the increase of global population and the influx of immigrants lead to the organized scarce resource more strained, and the demand will increase. A large amount of production and domestic water and a variety of waste residue without sewage treatment directly into the clean water sources. Unreasonable agricultural water, excessive exploitation will aggravate the waste of resources. Excessive deforestation causes serious damage to the ground, which also changes its ability to hold water, reducing water seepage. The organic content of the land will be reduced, and land desertification will be serious. Water conservation a developed country is large. The water table will also fail. Water resources are vulnerable to pesticide and fertilizer pollution, affecting food production. Water water shortage affects the ecological balance, such as the disappearance of wasteland, the reduction of forests, and the extinction of animals, which will cause irreversible effects on ecosystem. There are lots of special plants in this area, and the water shortage will cause the soil to lose water, and the plant's growth rate will be slower. Leaves start to fall off and wilted, and the plants die in large number due to the lack of water in the roots. Water security affects the economy. Constrain the development of industries, and also affect the customer market due to raised price. Residents need to spend a lot of time to buy water, and some can drink contaminated water, which will cause health problem. It will also increase the gap between rich and poor in society. Water scarcity can also lead to secondary disasters, such as forest fire, public health events, and land desertifications.
Hello everyone, this is welcome to my channel. My name is Chenghaotian, and thanks YUE Ma's presentation. And we will quickly look at the comments. I will introduce the part 4 and part 5, the theoretical framework and the methodology. And I will also introduce the design precedents. But before that, we will quickly scan the part 1 to part 3. Part 1 is the set analysis. This is the location and how did you reach the Yundun. In the climate, this place rainfalls only 1.4 days for entire month, which means this Yundun is extremely dry. And we can see this image is from Australian government. And these places have their unique animals and plants. As you can see, there's dingo and lizards, and also some plants, flowers in here. And these creatures have their own unique survival skills for suitable for this Yundum environment. And Yundum, as for conclusion, Yundum is a remote Aboriginal community located in central Australian desert. And as we can see, this is the part 2 inhabitant analysis. This is population. Yundum has a nearly equal males and females population distribution. This is Yundum resident photos, and as we can see, this image, top image is male and female Yundum, and the bottom is their child. Yundum residents have a strong community bonds and a sense of belonging, and community gathering ceremonies and events are important for social cohesion and maintain cultural practice. As for art history, the Yundum school door painters, these artists are creative. They painting this door and sell to the South Australian Museum, and these art not just attract Australian but also attract Chinese people. A crowd, as you can see, the left image, a crowd wearing mask, learning about and a dreamy anti-Australian. And this place is located in Chengdu. These Yundun have their own health worker, and these health workers send patients to Alice Springs Hospital. Yundun have their special needs for elder person, but medical equipment are not suitable, not enough for these elder person. This next slide is interviews with the residents of community. ABC News interviews these residents. He said we need the government to came out to talk to us and tell us the truth when we are going to get them to come and draw water for water. The Aboriginal community Yundum in Central Australia is facing a critical shortage of drinking water. There's no waters for them, and the government didn't are slowly addressing these issues. And this place, in the future, I will introduce how many of for example, water infrastructure for them, water supply for them, how many of water these equipments for them. And next is emergency scenario and analysis. YUE MA talk about human course, but there's also a geography course. And the course of drought in Australia is longitude and rainfall, and also deserts. There are large flat areas in there, and these flat areas are no mountain range to block dry air, and can therefore become very dry. And the temperature is become more high, and the dry history. As you can see, these photographs taken in 1962 on the cattle a cow farmer, but there's no people because of the residents leave their home to find water and find food, and not in 1962. It's also 1982 to 1983 drought. Less rainfall, but extremely dry for these because of El Nido events. This year become the worst drought was in February 1983. Let's look at the part 4, the theoretical framework and the methodology. The theoretical framework, I will find this article in Australian government, agricultural government, and this is a future drought fund annual report, and this framework can help the the dry area to build better the system, which means this system can alert the dry for farmers, and better planning help farmers and regions to prepare the plan and for drought. Next slide is a theoretical framework and the methodology. This is stakeholders, and these plans also help farmers to receive recovery or how to prevent their how to engage the stakeholders. What time now? It's 4 p.m. God damn it. Jesus. So tired. Okay, the theoretical framework and the methodology. And this is a Yundun local emergency plan. This methodology can help farmers to build their own place to how to reduce the drought. Let's look at the part 5, the design precedence. I found these roots up the greenhouse collector within Gander University. These greenhouse were practiced in northern Ethiopia. These innovated greenhouse capture water during the night and also in afternoon. They can capture the water and to store for irrigation, or they can save this capture this water to planting these vegetables, and these aim to address Ethiopia farmers in the dry condition. They can also plant in their own vegetables. And next is the source. This is from Poland. The Polish team and design Akita design with their teams design a greenhouse for desert environment called the source. The structure of this building is a spiral structure. This structure will maintain the indoor temperature to prevent damage to plants and animals caused by desert heat during the day and the cooling at night. The source is made in the blocks, and which means the local sold made in this. It is easily to get material. These material can absorb the heat during the day and release it at temperature at night. A critical analysis. Does Yundum community really need this design? Let's look at the critical analysis. Does Yundum community really need this design? Because we have to consider about the building material, the local soil consideration, and does the residents really want these, really want to buy these things to prevent the water? Does this harmful to local animals or plants? And everything must be considered. And this is the last slide conclusion. And this is a reference list.